Okay, let's go ahead and get started with actually, we're in chapter 15 and we're in the workbook and we're in the second session of going through the homework in the workbook of chapter 15 on the cow imperfect strong verbs. And we're going to go ahead and do translation tonight. The other lesson was on the parsing of the verbs and the inflection of the verbs. And today we're going to go ahead and go into that translation. And that's the part that we're looking forward to. That's why we're preparing and studying and doing what we're doing so we can read the scriptures and be able to understand what the parts of speech, what the words mean, what the syntax, the grammar, and everything is related so we can translate it properly. I'm going to go ahead and read in Hebrew and then I will translate and then we will go ahead and break the verbs down into their parse the verbs for you. Tim keru otam bidei hamelech hara. Um, basically, they uh, you bought them uh, by the hands of the evil king. By the hands of the evil king, bought them. So basically, that's what we got. Uh, Basically, cow stem, imperfect, um, third masculine plural from makar. And here, and you have otan, which is the direct object marker with a third masculine plural pronominal suffix here. You bought them um, by the hands of the evil king. Hara agrees in Hamelech in gender and number in definiteness here. Number 2 is Yirdof et Oyeve Hamelech Midbara here. So basically it says, and he will pursue the enemies of the king toward the desert or the wilderness. You got the comments say with the accent over the middle syllable instead of the end syllable, telling you that's a directional hey. And this is a this is a cow stem, imperfect conjugation, third masculine singular from Radaf. Oyeve is a masculine plural construct noun from Oyevim for enemies, and Hamelech is the absolute noun in that construct form. Okay, we have here tikbots et anshe ha'ir. Tikbots et anshe ha'ir. This could either be basically you could say you gathered, you singular, masculine singular gathered, will gather the men of the city. You will gather the men of the city. Tikbolts is a cow stem imperfect, second masculine singular. It could be possibly a third feminine singular also on here, but it's I think it's probably a second masculine singular in here. So a lot of times when you don't always have to, but whenever in doubt, a lot of times there are express subjects. If it's an express subject, then it's going to be third person. If there's not an express subject, a lot of times it may be the second person in there. So I would side pretty much, it could be either one on this, but I would side most likely the second masculine singular on here. Okay, and anshe is a masculine plural construct noun. The men of, I guess it's getting definite, it's from ha'ir here, men of the city. Number 4 is lo tikretu berit et ame ha'arts. Basically saying you will not cut a covenant with the peoples of the land. So Kletu is a cow stem imperfect, second masculine plural verb from karat. And so you have the shurik and the subformative and the tav hirik for the um, preformative here. Ame is a masculine plural construct noun for nations or peoples of the land. Number 5, Yishmeru Hashofetim et Torat Elohim. Alright, so we have the judges will keep the law of God. The judges will keep or guard the law of God or the instruction of God. Yishmeru is a cow imperfect, third masculine plural from shamar. Hashofatim is the subject of the verb. Torat is feminine singular construct in relationship to Elohim, the instruction or the law of God. Number 6 is Nishmor. Esot Torotaiv Ve'et Chukotaiv. Alright, let me look at this here for you here. We will keep. Oh, let's have the. It's got a little typo in here. It's got the Samic in here. It shouldn't be in there. We will keep his commandments or his laws and his decrees or his these are the these are the ones that are not rational. The decrees, like the mixing of linen and wool, that was prohibited and stuff. So in here, yep, we got a little typo in this, a little Samic typo here. Okay, Nishmor is actually cow imperfect because the noon and the hirik is telling us that it is first common plural. We. Number 7, Yimlechu Hamelech Ve'Hamalcha Birushalayim. The king and the queen will rule in Jerusalem. Yimlechu is a cow stem imperfect conjugation, third masculine plural. And the reason why it's masculine is it tends to be masculine whenever it's including a male and a female subject. So it will tend on the masculine side, not the feminine here. Okay, tis korna et ha-chalom. This could be two ways here. This could be either cow stem imperfect third feminine plural, or it could be cow stem imperfect second feminine plural, the Nana sisters here. It could be either she will remember, she plural will remember not she will, they will remember the dream, or you plural feminine, or you all will remember the dream. Either one. Okay, let's go to number 9. Here's Lo Tiktevi et Hadavarim Basefer. You will not write the words in the book. Tiktevi is the cow stem imperfect, second feminine singular of katav. Okay, you will not write the words in the book. Number 10 is Esrof et ha'ir hara'ah ba'esh. I will burn the city, the evil city, with fire. Esrof is the verb here. It is a calcium imperfect because of the olive here. This is calcium imperfect, first common singular from saraf, to burn. Hara'ah is basically the attributive or adjective with high ear. Okay. And notice how you don't have a doggish lane in this bait here because the hay is considered to be silent. Even though it is a consonant, it's considered to be quiescent. So it's picking up the sound of this vowel, so the lane drops out of the bet. Instead of hara'ah ba'esh, it's hara'ah va'esh. Number 11 is Eshbor et Luach ha'evan. So basically we would translate this as I will break the tablet of stone. I will break the tablet of stone. Eshbor is a calcium imperfect, first common singular from shabar, to break. And luach here is being used as it's being used as a masculine singular construct noun in relationship to ha'evan. Okay, hetis refu et he'arim haraot ba'esh. Notice it has lene in it this time because you have the tav before it. That's the strong constant there. So we do have an interrogatory particle here, so it's asking a question. Is will you burn the evil city with fire? So instead of saying you will burn, it says will you burn? It's asking a question here. And this is tish refu is a calcium imperfect second masculine plural from saraf, to burn. And the hay with the hatef patak here is the interrogative particle asking the question. Haraot is an attributive adjective agreeing with he'arim, gender, number, and definiteness. Okay. Number 13. He yimkor et hana'arim bidei ha'oyev. So basically, again, we have another interrogative particle here. Is will you buy the young men by the hands of the enemy? Buy or sell? Let me see. By the hands of that, not arim. By the hands of the enemy. Okay, so yim kor is the calcium imperfect third masculine singular. The subject's in the verb. There's no express subject there, and so and it's asking a question about that. And so you have bidet is the preposition added on to hands, and it's masculine plural construct, by the hands of the enemy. Okay. He tizkor et divrei hashir. Another question is being asked here. Could be either or. It could be, will she remember the words of the song, or will you remember the words of the song? It could be either third feminine singular or second masculine singular in here. So it'd be calcium imperfect, either third feminine singular or second masculine singular from zakar. It has an interrogative pronoun asking will she or will you, remember. And divrei is the masculine plural construct noun of devarim, words. And it's in construct with hashir, song. Bayom hahu edrosh et Adonai. Here we have on that day I will seek, or uh, I will search the Lord, or search for the Lord. Bayom hahu. Bayom is ba is the in the day. The definite article is in the patak and the doubling of the yod here. On that day. Hahu is the demonstrative adjective telling which day, that day. And Ed Rosh is a calcium imperfect first common singular verb from darash, to seek out. That's where we get the word midrash from, the root we get midrash from. In here, that stem for that stem noun. And the aleph here is telling you that this is the first common singular here. Aleph with the sagol here. Then you have your stem vowel with your hole in there. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and go into the Bible translation here. I got a few names like Avraham and Bavel for Babylon, and Paro for Pharaoh, Hananiah for Hananiah, and then Nebuchadnezzar for Nebuchadnezzar here. All right, number one is Yizkor le'olam berito. He will remember his covenant forever. You have the verb Yizkor, which is a calcium imperfect, third masculine singular, referring back to the Lord. He will remember his covenant. Berito, that is a noun with a singular noun with a third masculine singular pronominal suffix, and then le'olam is forever. Okay, it's very interesting how the writer puts the word order in here. Very important. Okay, number three is et sadik ve'et harasha yispot ha-Elohim. To the righteous and to the unrighteous, or the wicked, the Lord will judge. So the emphasis is to the righteous, or righteousness, and unrighteous, or the wicked, the Lord will judge. The emphasis is on that. Yishpot is basically a calcium imperfect, third masculine singular from Shaphat, to judge. Very important, the word order here, because the writer is trying to show the emphasis in which he is emphasizing. And in this case, it's the direct objects of both the righteous and the wicked. Number three here is Eshbor et ha'am hazeh ve'et ha'ir hazot. I will break this people and this city. So we have Eshbor, which is a calcium imperfect conjugation, first common singular, from shabar, to break. Direct object is ha'am, and hazeh is the demonstrative adjective, this city, and this people. So this people, hazeh ha'am, ha'am hazeh, this people, and ha'ir hazot, this city. City is feminine, hazot is feminine, singular. So that's a demonstrative adjective here and a demonstrative adjective there. All right, number four here. Adonai Yimlok Le'olam Va'ed. We sing that song in a song here out of Exodus 15:18. Yimlok, and the Lord will reign forever and ever. Yimlok is a cow stem imperfect conjugation. Third masculine singular from Malak, to reign or be king. All right, let's get into a little bit longer verses here. Um, let's see. Vayomer Elohim el Avraham va'ata et beriti tishmor ata vezarecha acherecha ledorota zot beriti asher tishmeru beini uvenechem uven zarecha acharecha himol lachem kal zachar. And God said to Abraham, and you will keep my covenant, you and your offspring after you, for their generations. This is my covenant, which you will keep between me and between you, between your seed after you. Thus they will circumcise all males will be circumcised for them. For you and to you all males will be circumcised. So that's basically talking about that. That's the sign of the covenant, is the circumcision of the males. Okay, we have well, this right here is imperfect. Cow stem imperfect, both third masculine singular, both conversive here. You haven't gotten into that yet. It will in a little while. From Amar to speak, I mean to say. Tishmor is in this case, because you can have ata, you know that's what it is. That is ata is the second person. It means you, masculine. So this is going to agree with this verb, the subject and this verb here. Tishmor. This is cow stem imperfect, second masculine singular, and not third feminine singular, but second masculine singular because of the personal pronoun here. And you got a bunch of pronominal suffixes on these nouns here. So again, it's very important. Second masculine singular here, second masculine singular there, third masculine plural here, first common singular here, first common singular there, second masculine plural here, second masculine singular there and there. So, like I said, it's very important to get those pronominal suffixes down and have those things down because you see them everywhere. Okay, number 6 here is Kizot Habrit Asher Ekrot Et Beit Yisrael Achrei Hayamim Hahem. Alright, so for this is the covenant which I will cut with the house of Israel after those days. Okay? Alright, so basically this is talking about something that is going to be futuristic here. Hasn't been completed yet in Jeremiah 31. Zot, for this is, Zot is a demonstrative pronoun. This is the covenant in which Asher is a relative pronoun. Echrot, that is a cow imperfect, first common singular from karat, to cut. I will cut with. Now this you could think this is the direct object marker, but it's being used as a preposition here. I will cut with the house of Israel, because he didn't say I will cut the house of Israel. It's as a direct object marker. It makes better sense. I will cut with the house of Israel after these days. So he's going to cut with a covenant with the house of Israel after these days right here. And Haim basically is a demonstrative adjective agreeing with Hayamim in gender, number, and definites here. Okay. Let's go in here, number 7. Et Chag Hamasot Tishmor Shivat Ayamim Tokal Matzot Kaasher Sivitika. And so with the feast of the covenant, Hamatzot, of unleavened breads, you will keep for 7 days. So the feast of unleavened bread you will keep for 7 days. You will eat matzah or matzot just as I have commanded you. Okay, and so Tishmor is actually a cow in imperfect, second masculine singular from shamar, to keep, and this is the collectiveness of he's telling to Moshe for 7 days. And Tokal is also one of those first alepphs we haven't gotten into yet in the weak verbs, where it takes a holum for the prefix vowel. But this is actually a imperfect, a cow stem imperfect, second masculine singular from a call to eat. And Ken, you haven't had this yet either. This is actually a verb with a that you can put pronominal suffixes with, and we'll get into that. This is first person from command, which I commanded you. All right, we'll get into that a little bit later on. Number 8, we have Vayomer Hananea le'enei kal ha'am lemor. Ko amar Adonai kaka eshbor et ol Nebuchadnezzar melech Bavel. And Hananiah said before the eyes of all the people, before all the people, saying, Thus say, the Lord will take, thus I will break all the bonds of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Israel. Let me see here. Yeah, number 6 here. Go back here, number 6. Number 5. Yeah, and he said, go number 6 down here. I didn't give number 6. Yeah, it does. Same. Well, anyhow. Get it that. Let's go down. We went down a little bit too far here. Okay, so we basically have the imperfect, cow imperfect, third masculine singular verb converse we haven't had yet. Amar is perfect, cow perfect, third masculine singular from Amar. Eshbor is the cow imperfect, first common singular from Shabar, Shavar to break. In there. So, okay. So Hananiah is the subject of the first verb here, and then this is, you'll learn this is infinitive. Actually, it's being used as a participle here. Okay, number 9 is Eshkan Sham Betok Bnei Yisrael Le'olam. I will dwell there in your midst, O sons of Israel, forever. So basically, this Eshkan is the verb here for Shakan. It's a cow imperfect, First common singular from Shakan, I will dwell, to dwell there. And in the midst is a preposition, in the midst of you. B'nai Israel. B'nai is a masculine plural construct noun, sons of Israel. Le'olam. So it begins with the verb, I will dwell, and le'olam is the last part of that clause, forever. Everything is in between. The place where he's going to dwell, in your midst, and who is going to dwell in the midst of sons of Israel. Very important to look at that. It's been very specific. Okay, guys. Well, that's all that we have here for chapter 15, workbook, and session B. So go ahead and go back through and study. Be sure to sign up for the breakout sessions. If you haven't done so already, go to www.tobysplace.org. That's our website. Go to online classes online. Click on the breakout session link and sign up. Be sure to sign up because these are very important to go over. We'll have Q&A, question and answers. Be glad to go over anything, any questions you may have concerning the homework or anything in the chapters there. Okay? Until next time, we'll see you. Shalom Aleichem.